Hey guys, Greg here, Bone Tactical. Today I'm going to be discussing this shock collar, okay? And I'm also going to talk about shock collars in general and really share a truth that, well, honestly, not many people want to share with you the real truth about shock collars. Let's put the shock collars on the dogs. This particular model is the Jug Bow, okay? Link will be in the description below, and let's get started. We're gonna take some very potentially dangerous dogs out in an area where we have to have absolute control, both so that our dogs don't kill anyone or anything, and as well as nobody kills our dogs, because we're in an area where very dangerous dogs, people in fear for their life will definitely kill the dog. And then these particular dogs that I have with me are my guard dogs, but if somebody were to break into this area behind me where they guard, without a doubt they would react in a protective manner. So let's get right into the video. Sit, Zeus. Good boy. So this is the collar right here. We're putting it on Zeus. There's a battery indicator on the collar that shows whether the collar's on or not. So this one, you can see the little blinking light right there, so that's activated. We're gonna put Apollo's collar on. There are two different colors. They come with two collars, this kit that's two different colors, which is convenient. There's a little shocking thing on the back. So these have three functions. They've got the shock function, a noise function, and also they have a vibration function. So this one's on. So we're putting Apollo's collar on, and this is the control right here. It's got a lock function on the side. So that's really nice, so it doesn't shock the dogs on accident. I'm gonna unlock it now, and it's on shock mode. I'm not gonna shock them. We're gonna start discussing that here in a minute, but I am going to just put the sound mode, and look how it got their attention right away. So pretty cool that that's the attention mode. There's also a vibrate mode here. Now I will say, these dogs are trained guard dogs, and they know that when it's nighttime and there's anything alive in this area behind me, it's their duty to not allow that thing to be present. So when we patrol this property, it's a little tricky because there could be somebody out here poaching. Do I want my dogs to attack that person? Not necessarily, right? The distinction between somebody who has a horse that might have gotten loose in this property happens all the time. And these dogs also have what they call littermate syndrome because I'm traveling so much. So when I'm here, I usually do well, I don't have much of a problem when I'm here. But when I'm out of town for 2 or 3 months, I come back and the dogs have reverted a little wild. They fight within each other, and let me show you something here. I'll show you on Apollo because he's white and it's easier to see, but these dogs have really torn each other up. They've got scarring all over as a way of trying to hurt each other. They're just so strong, and this breed of pit bull has been bred for killing. That's what their entire lineage is for. In the United States, a lot of pit bulls are now bred to have good temperaments. These dogs in particular, I've got them because they are guard dogs. And there's been occasions where other dogs have come in and got into the area here, and the last time it happened, Apollo grabbed the other dog by the neck, full on run, lifted it off the ground, slammed it. As soon as it hit the ground, in a couple seconds, it killed the other dog by crushing its neck and skull. You could hear the bones breaking and popping. These are incredibly strong, incredibly aggressive dogs. These are 90-pound pit bulls, every bit lean muscle, and just if you don't control them, then it can be highly dangerous. So in the case where now these two are fighting between each other, because they're now starting to shred each other to pieces, just play fighting, because they're just so strong. When a tooth might hit another one, and I've had to sew them up so many times. I've had to super glue, clean wounds. They're almost always with wounds that I'm having to clean. So with that littermate syndrome, when I first get back from a trip and they're stressed and fighting, then between each other, I'm gonna try and use this so my employees can have something to stop them from that. And if they were to go attack something in this area, like say we're going hunting or we're on a patrol of the property and they were to attack something I didn't want them to attack, I have to be able to give them some kind of an alert. I'm gonna start right now, we're gonna take you through it. I'm gonna start with the sound function, see how that works, and then I'm just gonna cycle through, and if they happen to go and do something that's extreme danger to themselves or others in this video or in this time, then I will use the shock feature, but that's the only way that I would use that. And the truth that you guys have been tuning into this video to hear about shock collars is that when you have a dog that can very easily take the life of a human being like these dogs can in seconds, it could be necessary, depending on the situation, to use a shock collar, because an animal's always an animal, and you want to have that capability that allows you to not have to worry that your dog might kill somebody. All right, let's get rolling here and release the hounds. Come on, boys. They're free. All right, let's try the vibe. Hey, no. Okay, come on, boys. Apollo, come on. Come on, come on, come on. That was the sound feature, got his attention. Apollo doesn't like to listen very much. He's just slower than Zeus to respond to everything. Apollo almost died when he was a baby because when I got him, he had a bunch of parasites and he had a bad reaction to the vaccine. So there's a possibility that he had some brain damage. He's a little bit slower to respond on some stuff, but really nothing wrong with him. It's just interesting to see the difference between him and his brother. And he's just got a very bad attitude all the time. After that happened, if anybody would even touch him, he would just get agitated and growl. So it's just interesting to see the very, very different personalities. Come here, good boy, Apollo. So Apollo's responding very well to the vibration. He doesn't like it at all. Good boy, Apollo. Good boy. Good boy. So as you can see, they do pretty good. They know that they're not allowed to go a certain distance or that they have to stay with me. The problem is if we run across something, they're trained to hunt when we're out. That's pretty much the only thing we take them out for, is to hunt. Wild hogs, deer, whatever they might come across. They've killed possums, skunks, just about every animal you can imagine. So the distinction now that we have to make is between what they're allowed to hunt and what they're not allowed to hunt. I just don't want to take a chance making that distinction when there might be a human being involved, because they are guard dogs and they are allowed to guard the premises by any means necessary. So for the most part, they're staying here close. Zeus picked up the scent of something. Apollo is staying here close as well. But we will see if they pick up on something and run off. We'll start testing the levels again of the sound and the vibration. So a cool little feature on this is that you can change it for dog 1 and dog 2. Apollo is dog 1. It's been working amazing. It's been working absolutely amazing. And then Zeus is going to be dog 2. So dog 2 is Zeus. And then haven't tried it with Zeus yet. I've just been only doing it with Apollo. Just kind of getting the hang of it. I just took this out of the box last minute and been crazy busy. So figured I'd give you guys the actual use of this while I'm learning how to use it myself. So far, this thing actually works awesome. The vibrate feature works awesome. The sound feature works awesome. It's amazing that you can change between dogs for which is needed. Haven't had any issues at all whatsoever. I'm pretty impressed, and they're really responding well to the vibration. They get gets their attention and they listen to me. So more than usual, because a lot of times when they get that scent, they just, when I haven't been here for a while and haven't worked with them for a while, they start to go wild. And this is gonna be a big help. Got an absolute ton of sponsored gear or sent-in gear in this video. We're doing a ton of gear testing. Everything that I'm wearing, we're testing. This new shock collar, we're testing. I'm wearing this Warriorland holster that's absolutely amazing. You guys have probably seen all my videos on not to open carry. Well, this is the one exception. Not around people. I'm out here in the forest, and I need to get fastest access to my firearm, but I still don't want somebody coming up and being able to grab it from me. There's secondary retention or locking holsters, and most of them have like a trigger finger lock where you have to touch the trigger finger button, and then when you pull it out, it's very dangerous, bad idea, bad movement pattern coaching. This particular holster is thumb drive. So this button you have to push this button with your thumb right here in order to get the pistol out. So that's absolutely amazing. These 4-load jeans are really cool because I can carry a magazine, extra mag in my, well, they're not even jeans, they're hunting pants. I love them. Actually, not all of their pants I love, but I do love these ones. They've got the knee pads built in there. The shoes as well. These are the Speed Rucks, okay, from Mud Gear. Zeus, come here. Zeus, come here. Come here, Zeus. Zeus, come here. Zeus. Good boy. Come here. Come here. Good boy, Zeus. So that was just the noise and the vibration. He didn't really respond to the vibration. Apollo does. This is this is the Easy Dog, EZY-DOG, that I'm using collar right now. This is the medium size, and then Apollo's wearing the XL because his neck is a little bit bigger. So they both have the Easy Dog collar on. I really like them. I really, really like them. They're padded, so they're comfortable for the dogs. They look cool, they're camo. And they have a little bit of a, reflective strip on there. Just really cool, really well made. And the most important thing is I use those, basically the only time I really, really use them is to take them to the vet occasionally. And they have to be very secure because we can't let these dogs get off of the leash when they're in public. So that's the deal. That's the Easy Dog accessories. I really like those. They have an awesome leash as well and collar system. The last thing I'm out here testing is world's most effective camouflage pattern, and that's what I have the shirt on right here, Bone Tactical Camouflage. So definitely check that out as well if you're into being able to camouflage yourself in the widest array of environments. And we're gonna keep on being out here with the dogs. Overall, really awesome dog training system, and that's the truth about shock collars, is that for very large, very aggressive breeds that have been bred to kill for the last 500 years, yeah, okay, you may want to have a shock collar to use in case of emergency. I really hope I never have to use the shock collar, but that's the same reason I carry a pistol. I really hope I never have to use it, but I have it if I need it. Pretty steep here. I don't know if you can, it always looks less steep in video, but this is like almost a 45-degree angle where I'm standing. Polo, come here, buddy. Polo. Good boy. Good boy, Apollo. Oh, tested out the Speed Rucks on that little descent there. Did pretty good. The boys are still coming down, but the dogs beat me. Speed Rucks are great mountain running shoes, but they don't beat Zeus and Apollo. This is the water retention facility for the water. From here it heads over to our workshop, and can't disclose this exact location, but this is all the water storage here in the mountains. So we've got a few different water tanks here. This is the 4th, and then this water actually just comes down from the mountains. Mountain streams way up even higher at the peak of the mountain where there's a stream, and then this is where it this is the overflow here. So the tanks can only hold so much, and then this is the overflow. This property is not fenced in or anything. It's just too much to fence in, obviously, but you know, little by little. But people, you can see where people have been coming out here stealing wood. We've passed by some cuttings. So that's what we have to be careful about, is poachers and people illegally harvesting wood. So the dogs took off here. It's possible that they found something. Well, the dogs ended up finding the horses, well, of the guys stealing wood last minute, and the shock collar had pretty much no effect on them. So I'm burnt out chasing the dogs. We found the dogs. The guys are taking them back to the workshop right now, and so I guess the moral of the story is, if you've got a really tough pit bull that's bred to hunt and guard, that no amount of shock is going to have any effect on them whatsoever. But otherwise, it's a great training implement. Thanks for watching. Bone out.
Brother just said he cannot.